it's a really, really, really busy time. And so right now, I'm working on Pear Preserves, grandmother's Pear Preserves. You know, I did a video a couple of years ago, and I never finished it, so I'm going to try and do that this time. You know, you could go down through here and see there's some peas that could be picked. You know, these purple ones, these are obviously ready to be picked. But in addition to that, if you take a look at that pea, you know, it's not purple, but it's full. It could be picked. So look at the pod. You know, don't just look at the color of the pea. Look at the pod and make a decision about picking or not. Before it gets too hot, right?
Yep. Giving them some water. Because, you know, I got to keep this echinacea alive. Look at this beautiful. From what I've read, the first year of seeding, they're not supposed to flower. So this is pretty exciting.
How about some ginger?
How about some ginger?
That was 2 thumbs, wasn't it?
Yep.
2 thumbs. That's just beautiful. Beautiful.
And look at this beauty.
I swear it grew a foot overnight.
And I harvested some of it yesterday, so.
Here's that Thai chili I told y'all about before. I've been eating this thing for breakfast, and it is just wonderful. Look at those pretty peppers. Cut that up, put it in your egg, and it's awesome. And then, that's a Carolina Reaper. That will burn your face off. That one too. Step 1. Get you some old hard pears. I don't know what variety this is. It's just a variety of pear that grows kind of wild here in Georgia. And they're hard as a rock. And they're perfect for pear preserves. You don't want a real soft pear because you got to cook these things for so long that if it's a real soft pear, it'll turn to mush and just not make a good pear preserve. So get you some old hard green pears. You want them to be sweet, but you don't want them to be soft and mushy. And get them peeled up. Alright, step 1 is complete. The peeling is done. Now it's time to start slicing them up. You gotta get the cores out of them. And you just gotta go at it. That's all. So what I do is I'll slice that thing open. You got to get that pit out of there. What I'll do is I'll cut it quarters, and then I'll cut the pit out, right? So just like that. You're not going for perfection. You just want nice thin slices of pears. Right? Because you don't want them to be too thick because it'll take them a long time to cook. Okay, so the next part of this process in making these pears is you got to put sugar on them. And that's super easy. The recipe is this simple. For every 2 cups of pear slices, you want 1 cup of sugar. So I'm gonna start measuring them out, and I'm gonna put them in this pot, and then I'm gonna put sugar on them, and we'll mix them up. So what I've got here, I've got a 4-cup measuring cup, and I'm just gonna fill it up with pears as best I can. You know, kind of pack them in there pretty good. So, you know, like I said, this is a 4-cup measuring cup. So for every 4 cups of pears, I'm going to put 2 cups of sugar. So that's 4 cups of pears, right? And that's 2 cups of sugar. And just sprinkle that on there real good. Right? I know it seems like a lot of sugar, but that sugar is it's going to do a couple of different things for us. It's going to start drawing water out of the pears, and it's going to create your syrup. It's going to create your juice for your pear preserves. So you gotta have a lot of sugar. So here's what I wanted to show you. So these pears have been sitting here for about an hour with just that sugar on them. And you see the syrup that it's making down there. And what we'll do is we'll just let this sit here overnight. We'll let it sit in this pot overnight, and then we'll start cooking them in the morning. Something I did want to make sure you make note of this is we only use cane sugar. If you can see that pure cane sugar, that's important to us, because if it does not say if it doesn't say cane sugar, then it's very possible that it's sugar made from beets, and most of the beet sugar is a GMO beet. I use cane sugar, and that's all I'm going to use. So, you know, maybe if that's something that's important to you, you know, if you're trying to reduce the amount of GMO products in your life, you know, cane sugar is one of them things. Get your pears in the pot, get your sugar on your pears, and make sure that they are coated very, very well. You know, just make sure that's coated real good. Every piece of pear gets sugar on it. Time to do these tomatoes. We're going to get all the green ones first, and we'll go through and get all of the other ones. It's going to be a big day of canning. It is canning season. That's one row of all the green tomatoes. That's blossom end rot. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Blossom end rot is caused by a calcium deficiency. Or what you can have in hydroponics is your nutrients will get out of whack, and you'll get a salt buildup, and then the plant can't take up the calcium that's available. You know, we can come through here and we can see there's a good bit of stress on these plants, right? We're starting to get a lot of the leaf-footed bugs, worms. So, you know, with a small homestead like this, you don't have to fight this, you know, continuously. You know, we can take a look right here. There is a, looky here. There he is. It's a tomato hornworm. That's chicken food. Let's take that and let's go give chickens a treat. Ooh-wee. There we go. It's a big fat one too. Yep. Y'all are going to fight over that one. But like I was saying, you know, with a small homestead, you don't have to fight this all summer long. You know, you can just say, all right, we've had enough. With it being canning season, you know, you can't be out here every day fighting worms, fighting leaf-footed bugs. You know, there's an abundance. Go ahead and pick what you need. Get it canned up, get it put away. Hey, honey.
Yeah?
Tell me what it feels like. Tell me what it feels like to close out a tomato season.
It's weird, but it's also... Thank you.
Time to come down.
You need some posts? Ooh, I got sweat in my eyeball.
So do any of y'all have this problem? This is one chicken that she has decided she is not limited to the pen. Now she just comes out and she walks around all day and she leaves those other chickens there. And she lays eggs out here. She lays eggs in the okra, and she lays eggs in the peas, and she's got 2 or 3 little spots where she goes and lays eggs. But that's Harriet. That is Harriet. Does anybody else have a Harriet? Alright. It is day 2 on Pear Preserves. It's actually the next morning. It's about 7 o'clock. I am just now having my coffee. I've already got the Pear Preserves fired up and cooking. It's a pretty rapid boil. I'm going to turn that down. Just got to remember that's a lot of sugar in there. You need to keep a stir on this. You know, keep stirring this because sugar will burn. But there's a lot of water in there. We're going to cook a lot of that water off, and going to kind of get that sugar to caramelize with those pears. So that's what I'm going to be doing for probably the next hour and a half. Probably it's got to cook a long time, and it's going to be good. It's going to be so good. I'll keep you posted, because there's a specific color change I really want you to see. So you know, we're real clear right now, and we're gonna start to turn brown. Okay, we're starting to get just a little bit of color change. I hope you can see this. You see how it's kind of just starting to turn a little bit brown. This has been going for, it's been almost an hour. Alright, so we're having an additional color change. It's getting a little bit darker caramel. We're getting real close now. Alright, we're looking real good here. You can see that color without getting you fogged up. That's a real nice rich caramel color. And I just checked the temperature of it. We're just under 225 degrees. So I'm going to say that we're done. Okay, real simple process. I'm going to show you this one time. Put your pear preserves in the jars. Some people like more syrup than they do pears, like my Aunt Mona. She prefers the syrup. My mother was the same way. She always liked the syrup. She didn't really care for the pears, but she liked the syrup. So put your pears in there. I like to leave about a 1-inch head space. I believe with jams and jellies you can leave a 1/2 inch head space, but I'm going to do 1 inch. Wipe it off. Put your lid on there. And get you a ring. Ouch, that's hot now. Put it on there. If I was smart, I would have a rag right here. Tighten that down pretty good, right? And that's it, right? Put that on a dry towel, because it's got to cool. There it is. There are grandmother's pear preserves. There's 10 jars. And they are beautiful. So that's how you make grandmother's pear preserves. I told you it's not that difficult. You just got to stay with it. It's a lot of work. You know, I remember as a kid during canning season my grandmother saying, "Brian, it just wears me out." And it's the truth, you know, it's a lot of work. But the reward is this beautiful jar of pear preserves. You can do it, I promise you. Get you a box full of hard green pears that aren't fit to eat. Peel them, slice them, put a bunch of sugar on them, and make some pear preserves. Y'all have a great day. We love you. Bye.